Kev, we're in the middle of a really busy run of games. It was nice to keep the unbeaten run going on Saturday away at Oldham, and now you've got to get ready again for a Tuesday night game at home to Wealdstone.
It was pleasing, yeah, because it's a long journey, and a team in the playoffs, and a very good side as well, Oldham, and to go there and make sure we come back with something was really important because it was a real tough battle in tough conditions at times.
Yeah, have you had to make a few checks on one or two, especially with it being Saturday, Tuesday, and of course, like you said, the long journey up to Manchester?
Yeah, I think, listen, there's always going to be that way, especially in the midst of the run we're in. But generally okay, and hopefully they're all ready to go again tomorrow night.
Yeah, of course, Colin and Dengendy got a lot of plaudits, didn't he? Of course, mainly because of that brilliant save that he did make. It's, sometimes you've got to remind yourselves that he is only 20 years old and he's still a young keeper, but he's doing very well out there, and I suppose helped a lot by Dave Martin as well.
Yeah, Dave does brilliant with him. Especially for Dave, who's still a player and a very good keeper as well. And I think for Colin to have him helping him is huge. I think Colin's made a great save and has done well. I think stats tell you we don't give up too many chances, so its concentration levels have got to be good as well. But no, pleased with him, and it was a good save. Yeah,
and going behind again, but still coming away with some points, which the character in this team can never be questioned. But it's a nice way to sort of gain some points. But of course, you don't really want to be going behind every game, do you?
No, listen, well, of course not. But the score at 90 minutes is the main thing, obviously. But especially when you go away from home and with a big crowd at Oldham, and I think to keep fighting and to keep pushing forward was important, and for the players to get their just rewards in terms of getting something out of the game was important.
Yeah, and now we sort of go into the first of 3 home games as well, and finally get a chance to play Wealdstone tomorrow night.
No, it's been coming, obviously, and obviously disappointing they were called off before, but as you say, we're at home now, which helps in terms of travel, etc. But real tough ones. I think you look at all the results throughout the league the weekend, and a lot of teams down the bottom are fighting. And this happens at this stage of the season. You see Chesterfield getting turned over, which would surprise everyone. But in this league, that's going to happen. And you've got to be ready. And we've seen it all throughout the season. Anyone could beat anyone any day. And Wealdstone are a very good side. New managers come in, and a proper football person. And they got their first win the weekend, so I'm sure they'll be buoyed by that as well. And we know it's always a tough game. They've been close every time we've played them.
Yeah, I suppose the analysis would probably change there a few times since you probably did it for the first game back in December, wasn't it? And then January, of course. And like you said there as well, the new managers come in who will have his own ideas. Yeah,
listen, I think all credit to them as a football club in terms of how they want to play and they go about things. And as I say, Dave's come in and he's a top player and played a certain way as well. So as a proper football person, so will be. I think it'll be brilliant for them. And it'll be a tough game, real tough game. A lot of good players, a lot of quality football the way they play. So we know we've got to be top of our game to get a result.
Yeah, and just finally back under the lights at Roots Hall as well. We got a good win last week against Altrincham. Hopefully in the makings for a good atmosphere and like I say, another run of games at home. We want to sort of pick up these wins at home, don't we?
Yeah, I think it's important with the fans behind us and creating a good atmosphere, and we're in the middle, as I keep saying, in the middle of a run of a lot of games, and there'll be times that we'll need the fans. To back the players and get behind them and make it hostile if you want for the opposition, because it's an important period for us. Under the lights is always good at Roots Hall, and we've got to perform and give them something as well.
Thank you. Been sort of rotating the strikers in recent weeks. How pleasing is that? I mean, you hardly had one a few months ago, didn't you? And what do you feel that brings to the side to be able to do that now?
I think it's important. It's trying to keep them all fresh if you want. Like Card's got his goals. Danny got his goal. Marcus got his goal as well. Sandy probably hasn't got as many minutes as them recently, but had chances at Oxford. I think it's just important to be able to freshen up and have them all ready and willing and fighting for the shirt. you know, if someone wants to go scoring every week, then you know that's brilliant. But we've got the option to rotate that a little bit and freshen up at the right time. And as you say, it's something we haven't had, and I think it's important that you realise that, you know, the players here at the start of the season couldn't be changed, couldn't be rotated, so had to play nearly every minute of every game. And you know, at this stage of the season with games every week, we've tried to all get them to the stage that they're available and ready.
At the other end, it's a bit short of options, isn't it? How's sort of Harry Taylor sort of progressing?
Yeah, good. He's, as I say, he's been doing some running with the physio and stuff, and building up that. You know, and that'll continue this week, and he's getting closer.
Yeah, do you look at the loan market or anything like that for defenders, or is it quite hard to get someone in the way that things are?
It's always tough. We will look, you know, and if there's someone that we think we can bring in to add to what we got, because obviously it's an area that, you know, we're a touch short in, and we definitely will.